What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we are going to be, you guessed it, taking a look at the charts. First, we're going to take a look at the Dow Jones, then the DXY, then we're going to look at the big picture for Bitcoin real quick. Then we'll zoom into the smaller time frames and kind of figure out what the next moves could be and what areas to watch. Then after that, we'll get into Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, and take a look at those also, which I think are all at resistance right now. But we'll take a look at where they must break if they're going to continue higher. So stick around. Should be a great video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Take 2 seconds out, smash the thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. All right. So this is the Dow. We've been watching this for a while. I showed you every time there was a gap right before the top, we had a dump, made a lower low. Gap right before the top, we had a dump, made a lower low. Gap before the top, having a dump. Now, we talked about this yesterday. I said closing down below this will be bearish, which we did. Now we are getting rejected right here. So only if the Dow can close above the 34,350 range, then we can look more neutral to bullish on it. Otherwise, it looks like we have much further down to correct for the Dow, which means there's much further down for Bitcoin to correct also. As you guys know, my big target here is around 30,700, 30,800 range, which would match up with all this if we drew a trend line in here. That would show us approximately could be next week, maybe sometime if we do hit this. We'll see what happens. Is there going to be a big dump? Quite possible. Also, if you look at this chart, you can see higher highs right here, lower highs right here. That's hidden bearish divergence. Hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend. The trend is down on the daily. All right, let's take a look at the DXY. So the DXY, you guys know I have a target of up here. For 101, that's the measured move of this channel. We called this way back here. We drew this channel out after this touch right here. Then we came back down, retested the bottom. 101, this is where I would expect a decent bounce from Bitcoin if we're going to get a big bounce. I don't expect the bounce right now, although we will be taking a look at the smaller time frame and look at the possibilities. But we also have this target, looking at this as a flag pull, this being the break of the flag. So this could be the area. And I'm more apt to think around 102-ish is going to be the area where this ends up. But that could be up, months out. This could take a long time to get up to this range. But we'll be keeping an eye on it. I will be keeping you guys updated. And for the Amazon chart, still looks like it's playing out beautifully. I guess the one spot we could invalidate this would be a break of that 48.3 range. A break and not just a wick, a break and support above that 48.3, which we'll also look at in the smaller time frame. But so far, so good. This does seem to be playing out almost identically. Let's take a look at Prime XBT. If you guys are interested in trading, this is by far the best exchange out there for trading Bitcoin, along with Forex, altcoins, gold, silver, S&P, Dow Jones, pre-market, everything all from one exchange. You can have multiple trades in, longs and short. They don't clump everything together like a lot of the other ones. There is a link down below. Also, we are going to be doing a trading competition and giving out some NFTs, and they're not going to be cheap NFTs. They're going to be good NFTs. You have to use my link to get signed up. So if you want to do that, make sure you sign up with my link down below. I also have a tutorial for Prime XBT on my YouTube channel. Another thing I wanted to say is you can get on here, go into the contest section. It doesn't cost you anything. You can hit join, name your, whatever you want your nickname to be, and you get free funds at 6,000 USDT to get in this trade contest. This isn't mine. Mine will be similar, but this is it's just free. It's a good way to get used to playing with trading without putting in any real risk. And like I said, you can get to that using my link down below and then go into the contest section. And then once you hit join, you can actually win, even though you're not using real money. First place is like 500 USDT. Second is 350 USDT. Third place is 150 USDT. definitely an easy way to check it out for free. So anyways, taking a look at this is why I remained bearish this whole time, guys. This was an ABC correction that we were expecting. Went higher than we expected, but nevertheless, it was just an ABC correction and a continuation to the downside. Now, the measured move of the break of this to the downside, if we break this 37 area, is going to be around 20, mid to lower 20s. We've had this target ever since we broke this area right here. I said it's going to be bad news if it broke, and it broke. And let's take a look at it. We measure this rising broadening wedge to where it broke down. That also gets us down to that mid to lower 20 range. Now, another thing I want to look at is we look at this as a flagpole from the break right here where it broke the trend all the way down to the bottom. Bring that over as a measured move. This is also a possibility down to around the 6,500 range. We do have some major support and resistance right here around 9,000. So we'll be keeping an eye on all this, guys. And again, if we break up here, this is the daily chart. The 8 EMA right now is around 41.8. That would be the area to break and get support on if it was going to turn around. But if you guys have been watching this is the big triangle everyone was watching. So if we went back up to tag that, it could go as high as 44.4, somewhere in that range. Anything above that and getting support, then we could start to get a little bullish, but I would not get bullish unless this top breaks. And we'll talk about that in the 4-hour chart in the next chart. But as of right now, it looks like it's just creating another bear flag here to continue down to our target. Could be as low as 36.7, somewhere in that range, depending on how quick it would be to get down here. This doesn't have to happen in a day. It doesn't have to happen in 2 days. It could take a week. It could take up to 2 weeks to get down to this level. So, but then again, it could happen in a day. Time is the hardest thing to judge. Another thing I want to talk about is the EMAs right here. So on the daily, in the next 2 days, it looks like today when this closes, we might get the cross of the 21 and the 55 EMA. As you guys know, once the 8, 13, and 21 cross, it's usually a sell signal. Like you had a buy signal right here. This would be the sell signal. And when the sell signals happen, you can see, you know, they don't just drop and go right back up. It's a pretty big deal. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. So in 2 to 3 days, we may get a sell signal here unless we get back above these. We would have to be above the 42.8 to 43 to invalidate this. Now let's go to the 4-hour chart. So this is the bear flag I've been watching at A, B, C, D, E correction. I also had these circled in here. If we zoom in, you can see the similarities. Each time it tops out, it almost does identical play. The center of this channel is around 42.8, which lines up with our targets from before. The thing is, usually we don't bounce back up and retest that until testing the bottom. Does that mean there's no way it can? No. If we do continue to be bullish up here, we need to, and this is the 4-hour. In the 4-hour, we need to get support, open and close a 4-hour above this 21 EMA, which is around 40,850. If we get an open and close of a 4-hour, then the next point of resistance is going to be the 55 EMA, which is going to be around the 41.7, 41.8, depending on if it gets above this first. And then after that, then we start to look at the 200 EMA, which will line up with that 42.8 position. So technically speaking, if it was to get back up in this range, I would probably start laddering in shorts. I'll let you guys know. Follow me on Twitter. If you don't, it's at CryptoSavvy1 on Twitter. But anyways, so this other line we were looking at right here. So I pointed this out yesterday. You can see where the RSI was getting resistance right on this. We made some hidden bearish divergence here, which did have it come down a little bit. But if you look at the bigger picture, look at this peak and this peak, we're still making hidden bearish divergence. Zoom in a little. One thing I want you to notice about the RSI now, you see how big this move was in the RSI. It dumped pretty hard without being that big of a move on the RSI. And look, we almost went that same distance and we only got this high. That's not bullish momentum. It's taking a lot more pressure just to get the price up this high. So that's bearish in my opinion. Again, you know, we could get up to these 42.7, to 8 range, possibly. But even then, it's just going to make a higher high in the RSI and a lower high in the price action, which is going to be more hidden bearish divergence, continuation of the trend. Trend is down. My areas to watch here, like I said, a break of this at any time, we are almost guaranteed to see the lower to mid $20,000 range. I know a lot of people think this is going to hold support here, but guys, if this gets tested again, it's been tested so many times, it's not going to hold. That's if we break this. Now, if we maintain support on here, then, you know, maybe they're right with the $100,000 Bitcoin at the end of the year, which I highly doubt, but anything's possible, right? So anyways, this is what I'm looking at now. Like I said, a open and close of a 4 hour above that 40,850 range, then it's possible we go up to the 55 EMA at around 42.4. If that breaks, then we're looking about 42.8, 42.9. I do expect major resistance here. That's not to say can't get a wick above and then come back down. But either way, I still think we come down to this area at some point again before, if it's even going to be bullish, it's going to come down to this area sometime before we continue up to higher highs, in my opinion. But I do not think this is going to hold when it does come back to retest this. I mean, if you look at this whole thing, this is the huge bounce everyone's talking about. It's tiny, guys. That happens over and over and over again. It's not a huge bullish sign. The RSI is, again, the RSI is going to be making a higher high here. You can see this high here on the RSI. And then if you look at this high, even if we go up to that 42, it's still going to be making a higher high in the RSI, but a lower high in the price action. It's going to be bearish divergence, guys. There's a lot of bearishness in this chart. So Ethereum is getting rejected right here at the high volume node. So far, let's zoom in a little bit though. And you can see the EMAs are looking pretty bearish there. It's going to take a lot to turn this around. Still looking for that 2570 area or range. If that breaks, if Bitcoin breaks 38, I'm sure that Ethereum will break here also. And here are your targets for the break of that: 1919. If that doesn't hold, 1510, and then 680. Someone commented yesterday about the 680. It said if Bitcoin went down to under 10,000, that would put Ethereum a lot lower. Correct, it would. It could go a lot lower than this. This is just the measured moves that I'm getting off of the patterns. Litecoin, same thing. Litecoin, you can see this major hidden bearish divergence here, which is playing out still. A lot of people talk about this being a huge pump, but if you zoom in and look, we're getting rejected on the 8 EMA here. We did get the sell signal back here 3 days ago for Litecoin on the daily. You guys know my targets of that. It's around the $20 range, could be much, much lower. XRP, we talked about coming back up to retest this triangle. We did come back up yesterday, almost tagged it. Could still get up in this range, but guys, this is still, again, looking bearish, looking for more downside. The bear market targets are between 19 and 28 cents. That also is just the measured moves, could go much, much lower. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up, leave your comments below, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you tick your notification bells if you want to get updated when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. Also, try to keep up every day because a lot of people don't. And then I'll notice a video where I was calling this, 3 weeks ago. Then it starts getting views. Watch them before it happens, guys. Take it easy. Have a great day. Thanks again for watching, and I'm out.